The management teams of two of the oil companies accused of importing contaminated fuel appear before the House Committee on Petroleum Downstream. This is a continuation of the lawmakers' task to unravel those behind the importation of the off-spec product.
Don't need to be, repeating the same thing. It is not there, it's not there. Then we will confirm from where, because it has not been stated in the spec. And what they gave them, all the marketers, those that supplied, is that this request, the spec, the requirement, does not include that.
Armed with necessary documents, the visiting teams exonerate themselves from the allegations against them. They insist their product met specifications.
Our duty, as we had executed, was to ensure the quality delivery up to when STS, the ship-to-ship transfer, happened. And we ensured that everything within our control was done, and the results from the tests actually show that there was no compromise.
A delivery of a cargo by Duke Oil, like you have seen in the report, and that cargo needs of Nigerian spec as it is, both at load port and then at the discharge port. There was a confirmation by the regulatory, which is the new Nigerian Midstream Downstream Authority, to discharge that cargo.
Yet another roundtable discussion to address the grievances of the striking university teachers. Labour and Employment Minister expresses government's shock at ASU's resumed strike, describing it as illegal. While it is hopeful of an amicable resolution of the lecturers' 5-point demands, the union blames the government for the latest industrial action and accuses it of insincerity of purpose.
We have apprehended the situation or the issue or the dispute. You on ASU side will understand that government does not mean any harm, and that even if there were lapses that could be handled without resorting to industrial action.
We were here and the Salary, Income and Wages Commission told us that they are working on our allowances as in our agreement. That was in 2020-21. That they are working on it, they gave us copies. But today, when they wrote to the so-called IPs to implement for some other people, they left us. You are willing to discuss, and if we reach an understanding on all of them, but these are not MOA or MOU, we have to see action.
But after about 8 hours behind closed doors, the leadership of ASU declined to comment on the outcome of the meeting as they staged a hurried walkout. Answering reporters' questions, the minister said some of the grey areas have been addressed.
On the 11th of January, a storied building where members of Salvation Ministries Church were having evening service collapsed, killing 2 children and 2 women and injuring many others. During a visit to the site of the incident, the Deputy Governor announced the setting up of a panel of inquiry to look into the cause of the collapse. Today, the panel is here at the office of the Secretary to the Government to submit its report after 5 weeks of painstaking work.
One of the immediate causes of the collapse of the building is the unapproved remodeling of the building by a quack, Mr. Okechukwu Eluwa, who claimed to be an engineer. Block wall of about 10 millimeters long was removed from the ground floor, and columns were tampered with. That the wall removed was about 10 meters long. This act, coupled with the loading of additional block wall on the first floor, together with the presence of worshippers in the building on the ill-fated day, were clearly additional weight, which compromised the integrity of the entire building that led to the collapse.